What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Scary Saturdays. I want you guys to go down below and smash that like button if you want me to continue this series. But before we get started, something just doesn't feel right. Okay, this is much better. I want you guys to get cozy before we start reacting to these scary animations by Wansee Entertainment and Llama Arts, because that's exactly what we're doing today. I'm really surprised at how many people want to see more of these Scary Saturdays. So like I said, guys, just let me know in the comments what your favorite animations are, and also if you want me to continue this series or not. But the first animation we are reacting today is called I Almost Got Kidnapped by Strangers with Using Online Transaction. What? Okay, this one is by Wansee Entertainment. Like I said, every single time I watch these animations, I have to leave a like. We just have to show support because, you know, these guys put in a ton of work to make these animations. So this one is by Wansee Entertainment. Let's get started. And I hope you guys are cozy as well. Make sure you grab a blanket or something because you have to feel safe while you're watching these scary animations.
I'm 24, and this happened 5 years ago when I was 19. I was conducting an online transaction on a site called RageElixir, which is similar to Craigslist. It's an online app.
I've never even heard of RageElixir before. Like, if it was up to me, I'd use something more well known, like, you know, like she mentioned, Craigslist, Amazon, eBay, something that more trusted, you know.
Where you can see items being sold by random strangers.
And then you have to meet up with them.
Make a call and meet up.
That's
I was
scary.
looking for a cheap sweater for my trip to Japan the following week. After several minutes of scrolling, I came across an ad with exactly what I was looking for. A Korean-style female fur sweater for just 300 pesos, about $6. It was perfect. I had issue with it. The meetup point was at the LRT train station at 8 p.m.
What? That's already a red flag. The guy or whoever you know is selling the sweater, he said, "Yeah, you can get it, but can we meet late?" That's when you say no.
I decided, what the heck? It's a public place anyway. I called
But
the
it's
owner
late.
And we had a quick
A train
convo.
station.
He sounded like a strict guy, but I asked him when we could meet up.
All right.
He responded, tonight at 8 p.m. sharp. I said sure.
You shouldn't go alone though.
But this recklessness of mine is what I regret the most. I arrived at the meeting place at 7:58 p.m.
She should have gone with a friend or
really
something.
Empty, and I was sure I was the only person in the station. It was a cold night in November, and I eagerly awaited warming myself with my coat. Honestly, I'm the kind of girl who's comfortable wearing a sweater even when it's hot. I was sitting on a bench when the clock ticked 8 o'clock, when suddenly someone covered half of my face with a scarf.
Oh
really strange
my
scent.
god.
I fell unconscious. As
Dude.
I woke up, I found myself in a van with 4 guys, my wrists handcuffed behind my back.
Dude, that is the scariest thing ever. Oh, she's crying, dude.
Tears began to fall from my eyes.
Dude, I'd be crying too.
One of the guys touched my face and said, "It's our first time ever tasting a beautiful girl like you."
Oh, that is so creepy. Look at it. Oh my. What he just said, and also like the look on his face is just so creepy. What?
I kept on crying and shouted, "Please, I want to go home, please."
I feel so bad for the storyteller.
Shouting that I needed to shut up. I tried to resist, but my eyes started to roll back in my head. He stopped, but it was taking a long time for me to catch my breath. I looked out the window and saw a checkpoint lane. For the first time in my life, I was so glad that the authorities had permission to check the van. But the guy next to me reached for a gun, a really big gun. Knowing this was my only chance, I found the strength to shout and cried out, "Officer, please help! They have a gun!" The 2 officers immediately grabbed their guns.
Oh my gosh.
One shooting at the tires, the other aiming for the man next to me. The officer shot him in the head.
Oh god, I didn't think, you know, someone would be killed. Oh my gosh. This is this is crazy.
In my life. One of the officers carried me out of the van, and I passed out moments later. I woke up the next day in a hospital bed. My parents were there, crying and asking me what happened. I told them the truth, that I was buying a sweater online. But I suddenly snapped. I cried and cried, saying, "Please help, please help." Since then, I've had to go to a psychiatrist to recover from mental instability and anxiety.
Oh my gosh, I feel
And it
so
should go
bad
without
for this
saying
girl right now, guys.
that I
Like,
never ever want to buy anything online.
I mean,
again.
you just have to be smart about it. She bought a sweater by meeting up with something at 8 p.m. at a train station where where no one would be there. No one else would be there. She should have like at least gone with a couple friends or something like that. I don't know, guys. All for a sweater, some people had to die. I mean, if they didn't die, she would have died. So I get it. This was crazy. This was crazy. All right, let's watch the second animation. Okay, so the second animation we're watching is also by Wansee Entertainment, and this one is called "I Went in the Wrong Ride and Almost Got Killed." Oh yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be about Uber or something like that. I don't know, or like a taxi, because how would you accidentally hop into the wrong ride? All right, I left a like. By the end of this video, I want you guys to tell me which one was the scariest animation. So far, the first one was pretty scary, but I'll be the judge of which one is the scariest.
This is not about my story, but someone from my church, and he wanted to share his experience with anyone else. He's a 32-year-old man, and his pseudonym is Mark. He's a fairly big guy, and this situation took place when he was on his way home from work. He said that he had lost his phone 1 week before this whole situation
Wait, he looks like
so
the scary
he couldn't
guy.
call and get any help during this story. It was quite late, around 11 p.m. He had finished work and was walking to a taxi stop location.
Okay,
And
see,
when he
I
got
told you
there,
guys it was gonna be
people were
taxi or
standing
something
around
like
waiting
that.
as well. After about 2 minutes, he noticed that there was a minivan approaching. Usually, minivans are cheaper than taxis, and he felt tired that day, so he decided to take the minivan.
It's either your money or your life. Which one are you gonna choose? He's
sat
like,
on the
oh, this
seat,
is cheaper.
and there
I'll
was
just
a
go
young
with
boy
this.
seated in the passenger side next to the driver, who was collecting the fare. And then, 2 other boys who looked like teenagers also boarded the minivan and sat in the seats in front of him.
Oh no, are they all
Once the
gonna get
minivan
killed?
took off after about 5 minutes, the boy asked if they would like to drink some Coke. The boys accepted and
Oh
started
no, they're
drinking,
about to knock out. Oh gosh, there's something in that drink.
and they also gave it to
He's
Mark.
like, nah. He's
Mark
like,
was also feeling thirsty, so
No!
he took it,
No!
but only a sip. Not much later,
yep, he's starting to feel
feeling
sleepy.
drowsy.
Yep, there's something in that drink.
Just before he about laid his head on the seat beside him, he noticed that those 2 boys were already knocked out.
Good thing he only took a sip. Try to wake yourself up.
After he laid his head down, he heard noises coming from the back seats. 2 people were talking in a different language. The car was passing a big signboard that showed Crest Chicken Farm.
Oh
and
no.
Then he finally passed out.
No.
When he got up, he found himself inside a big shed-like barn, and there were some tools
I didn't even
on a
know this
big
was
table.
another kidnapping
He
story.
was on
What?
the floor, and the other 2 teenage boys were laying next to him. He
Yeah, those
still
guys
felt a
took
bit
big gulps
drowsy,
out of that
but he
drink.
managed to get himself up as he was looking for an escape.
Oh my gosh.
He saw that the 2 boys were still passed out, so he tried waking them.
Hey,
but
at
they
least he
wouldn't
wasn't
budge.
alone. That would have been
As
even
Mark was
scarier.
kind of a big man, he tried to see if he could carry one of them, but it was hard to do because even Mark was having a hard time.
You gotta
to
get
stand
out of
properly.
there, dude.
And then he heard voices. He took a peek from the door, and 3 people were walking toward the big
Oh
shed.
my gosh,
coming
what do
from
you
a
do
house
at
on
this
the hill,
point? Like,
which
do
was
you go
quite
back?
close to the shed?
Okay, so in this situation, do you go back laying down and pretend like you're still asleep, or you just find a place to hide? I don't know what I would do.
Mark panicked and tried to look for another exit. He was looking around the place, and he found one at the end of the shed, luckily. He
Oh.
approached quietly and escaped as fast as he could.
Holy crap. I wonder what happened
At
to
this
those
point, his
kids.
vision was all blurry, but he managed to find a fence door and unlocked it. He heard the people shouting, but he ignored. He
Please
just
call
kept
the
on
police,
running.
man. Please call the police.
When he finally
Tell
reached his
someone.
house, it was early morning, around 5 a.m. His wife was up all night waiting for him and ran out the front door as soon as she saw him.
Oh.
He collapsed and slept for almost the whole day. When he woke up and finally got a chance to explain to his wife what had transpired that night,
You gotta tell the
he
police.
remembered about the other 2 boys who were still there.
Oh no.
Then he contacted the police immediately.
Okay, perfect.
He told the police about the road signs and a big billboard for Crest Chicken Farm and other things that he
I
could
really hope
remember.
those kids are okay.
About 2 weeks after, there was a police report
No.
about how they found 2 teenage boys' bodies in a lake
No.
and advised that when they examined the bodies,
Oh man.
all their organs were missing.
Oh my gosh, that is so
Mark
creepy.
just
That could have
stood
been
in
him.
Fear. And as the event was too traumatic for him, Mark had to quit a job for a while.
Oh man, I feel so bad for Mark, dude. That I would have been so traumatized after that. I don't know which one's creepier, but let's move on to animation number 3. Okay, so animation number 3 is by the one and only Llama Arts. This one is called Creepy Night Shift Story 2 Animated. I don't even think I watched the first one, but we're gonna watch this and see what happens. I'm kind of nervous for whoever's gonna be telling the story.
It was around 3 years ago. I was 17 years old and I worked at the local library in my city. The library was located in the middle of the city, but was totally abandoned in the evenings. I only worked in the evenings, when all the older staff had already gone home.
Yeah, I would too. I
My
would
colleague
never
and
want to
I were
work
the
at
only
night.
one left there that night, as it was the day before Christmas and a blizzard was going on outside. Not one single customer inhabited the building. My colleague Thomas was down at ground level, while I was sitting at my desk on the top level. Normally, I would take the time to study, but it was the holidays and I was completely bored to death. The library was recently renovated, so I could look outside through the big windows that they had put up.
Oh, the
I
background
mostly
music
looked
is
at the
so
blizzard going
creepy.
on, thinking about my bike ride home. It was a dark December evening and the snow was piling up. I just really wanted to go home. It's really snowy out there, Tom. What do you say we close
Oh,
up
there's gonna
early?
be no
No
reply,
one's gonna
is
show
there?
up anyway. Over. Your jokes are funny. Over. Just 10 minutes before we closed, I heard some people coming up the stairwells. It was some kind of family. One man and a woman with 2 girls.
They look like
When they came
ghosts.
through the door, I immediately saw that they weren't ordinary. The man
Obviously.
had a pale, almost white face and wore red lipstick. The woman was also completely pale. They all wore
Even if
clothing
they were
that used
alive,
to be in
I'd
the
be
17 or
scared,
1800s.
to be honest.
I just had my history exam, so I recognized it immediately. While I walked towards them, I saw that they were looking. Can I help you folks? I asked them. They looked at me with big eyes, if I was talking Chinese. I almost thought about bailing, but as we just had a meeting about customer satisfaction,
My
I asked
heart's
again,
beating.
a bit louder. Can I help you folks? They now all looked at me with a big smile and large eyes. I was totally creeped out and I didn't really know
I
what to
can't
do
breathe
anymore.
right now. Yo,
If I
this
can
is
help
giving
you,
me
I'll be at my
chills.
desk, I said, and I quickly walked away. When I was at my desk, I could still see the family just standing there.
Yeah, that is so
Absolutely
creepy.
nothing.
I don't think they're alive, guys.
Tom, have you seen this family that just came in? Over. No, no one's come through the entrance.
Yep, they're ghosts. They're ghosts.
Over.
Confirmed.
Now I was even more creeped out. When I looked up, I saw the man walking towards me. From the inside, I could almost cry, but I did my best not to show it. The man stood in front of me with his pale face and called out something in a language I couldn't understand. It sounded like English, but
That
it
sounded
sorta
so
wasn't.
demonic.
I couldn't make out it.
Listen.
I looked down at my computer to make it look like I was searching, hoping he would just take off. When I finally looked up,
He was gone.
nobody was there. The whole floor was abandoned again.
That floor is
Did a
probably
quick sweep of
haunted,
the
guys.
floor, but I found nobody.
Yep,
As if they
it's
just
haunted for
vanished.
sure.
Just then, my colleague came up the stairs, and I told him what happened. He didn't believe me, and I thought I was trying to scare him. Luckily, there were security cameras in the library, so we could just watch what happened.
And there's
Right.
gonna be nothing there.
After we closed the library, we went to the security office in the building and looked at the footage from earlier that evening. What I saw then was the creepiest thing ever. I was talking to nobody. The
I
whole
knew it.
family wasn't on the screen. It was just me.
Oh
talking to myself.
no! That is actually so scary. So think about it this way. If you were in his situation and you were the one that saw ghosts, how would you explain it to other people so they would believe it? Because I feel like in most cases, if you tell someone that you saw ghosts in real life, they wouldn't believe you, because not a lot of people actually believe in ghosts. So I'm kind of worried. Like, if I ever like see a ghost, would you guys believe me even if I told you? I don't think so. So yeah, it's very questionable, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. I think that the scariest animation out of these three were what was the second one, because 2 people died, 2 teenagers died, and I don't even know if they caught the killers or not. So yeah, the first animation was scary, but the police officers, took care of them. So that's why I feel like the second one was the scariest. So let me know in the comments which animation you found was the most, what was the scariest one. So anyways, thank you guys again for tuning in to another #Scary Saturday. I want you guys to tweet it at me if you guys enjoy this series or not. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, Twitter, subscribe, turn on my post notifications, leave a like, do what you guys need to do. Enjoy the Rage Nation today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Or I don't know if this is your favorite series. I'll see you guys in the next Scary Saturdays. Peace.